guys, welcome back to Girls
Guys.
Gossip Podcast hosted by yours truly, Eva.
And Josh.
Let's get it started. But before we get started,
important announcement.
One thing we do need to address is we are in the same clothes because we filmed the last bit of the last episode and this one at the same time, purely because we needed the time to react to the clips that we got from Broad Street. So if you want to see them, go and watch the last video.
Yeah.
But other than that, that's
the
only notice of the day.
Yeah, didn't want you to think that we're being trampy.
Yeah.
You know? But, right, I think in honour of it being the most popular, honestly, TikTok event at this point, festival in the world, Coachella, last weekend and this weekend. So when we're filming, weekend one's just been done and weekend two is this weekend. So obviously when this comes out, Coachella would have been done by then. So all
of our same artists.
Is it the exact same show? Yeah.
Yeah.
So like all of our opinions are based off of weekend one.
Yeah.
So they might redeem themselves. They might go down in our estimations after weekend two. But this is for right now. I love Coachella. Like, it is my dream to go there one day. Honestly, I love it. Like, don't get it twisted. I do think that, like, the whole influencer and the, like, TikTokification of it genuinely annoys me at this point. It ruins it. Yeah, it really does. But I would love to go. I don't fancy the walk. I didn't realise it's like an hour walk into the desert. Don't fancy that.
Apparently it's really dusty.
Yeah. Don't fancy that. But I think we need to talk about the elephant in the room, which is Justin Bieber. I'm interested. What did you think? Because I fear that I'm going to annoy some people with my opinion. I'm scared. So I'd rather you...
I feel like he really put on a show like he was in his bedroom. But you know what? I actually rate it because he's obviously done tours and he does different things where it is just about him. And he puts in so much effort to his performances and he has the dancers and everything like that. Whereas I feel like this one was very just like down to earth and he was just just there with them. Do you know what I mean? And he was just going through his laptop and I just thought, you know what, fair play. I actually thought it looked like he was being really lazy, but at the same time, he did every single tune that he never does on his tours, like his old school tunes. And I think it's been years since he's done half of these songs. And he's done what the crowd wanted, like what everyone for years has wanted him to do. And he's just banged them all out and done it. He had the music video up. He had Beauty and a Beat, which I was buzzing about because we know that's my favourite song.
Yeah. I am afraid that we're going to disagree on this. I'm sorry. I thought it was so awful and so lazy because, right, hear me out. He had a MacBook, an aux cord and a dream, and he let that run ahead. And listen, right, I just think my queen, Sabrina, the night before, absolutely slayed everything. Like, there was budget behind that performance. Like, I genuinely would go as far as saying it was one of the best Coachella headliners I've seen in a while. Call me biased, whatever. I just think that as a headliner, bear in mind he's the highest paid, $10 million, right? It's so fucking lazy. I just thought, like, if I was there, I would not be happy.
Maybe because they're paying so much for just him. There was no budget for the stage.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing left.
We'll give you a MacBook and an aux cord. There you go.
Yeah, make it work, Justin. Like, but even his biggest songs, it was only snippets. Like, I want to hear all about it. I want to hear Ludacris's verse because my special skill is knowing that still. I would want to be able to sing that, but apparently there's like he don't own the music anymore. So I don't know if he can do it. But I will say this, I call bullshit on that because I'm going to bring my other queen into it. But when Taylor was meant to headline Glastonbury, she still performed all her songs. She didn't own them at the time. So I think it's a lie. Like, I don't know what the lawsuit is and I don't really want to I don't know. But like, and I don't really care. But like, you're only doing segments of it. Like, I just thought it was so lazy. And this is the thing, not to get controversial, I'm about to get controversial. The reason that annoys me about the performance is that he's got away with doing what he's done because he's a man. Because if Sabrina, imagine if Sabrina Carpenter, who's only getting paid, say, only 5 million. I'd love to have only 5 million.
I'd love that to be my only
Yeah,
problem.
but like she's getting half of what he's getting paid for her set, right? And all of these people online are like, yeah, but like Justin's like a legacy artist, but Sabrina's up and coming. If you're headlining Coachella, you're not up and coming. Like you've cemented a legacy if you're headlining Coachella. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Sabrina Carpenter's up and coming. Like she's cemented a legacy of one of the current pop girls. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that annoys me. But like, if Sabrina was to sit on a laptop and play her music, she would get slated for it. He gets away with it because he's a man. And this is the thing, like it annoyed me because Sabrina would have known going into it. She's a woman, so she has to go over the top. She has to have dancers, choreo, outfit changes, bring out special guests. Like, and I know that Justin did bring out my boyfriend, the Kid Leroy, said that was a highlight. But like, I just think that we need to stop. We need to hold men accountable for giving lackluster performances. And like, I know that people are like, yeah, but like, we used to do the dances in the past and all of that, which is true. Why slow down now then?
You know who they should have had? Jason.
I don't think he's at the level of headlining back, I'm
He would
afraid.
have done a performance and a
I mean, don't get
half.
me wrong, we would have been barricaded and I've been joining you, but like, I don't think that Jason should
I
be
think
there.
he's not for this generation
Also,
anymore.
it doesn't make a good pun anymore. You can't do Jason Cella, Derulo Cella. It doesn't work the same anymore. But like,
You know what though? One final thing about Justin Bieber, and it really killed me. So I watched it. It was at like 7:30 in the morning.
mhm.
I watched his full thing on YouTube on a live stream, and it was him when he when he got the clip of him having his crash out with the
Yeah.
paparazzi.
So talking to you that I'm standing on business. I love it.
I was crazy when he got
Like,
that. He really owned it. He was
yeah,
really like, yeah, and
yeah,
he literally he was like, like everything that he said in the video. He was like,
yeah.
for the fair
Mouthed it.
play.
I love that video. It was so funny. But like,
Oh,
the thing is, I want to get across the point. I really do like Justin. Like, I had tickets to his last tour that got cancelled. Did take me over a year to get my money back. But I did have tickets to his Justice World tour because I really do like Justin Bieber. I was just so underwhelmed by it. Because I think I was so excited. Like he hasn't performed in years, like years. And I was like, oh my God, like this is gonna be insane. And I was like, is that it? Like, is
bit
that it?
underwhelming.
Yeah. So, but on a more positive note, I think Sabrina slayed everything. Like that performance, I'm sorry, she was giving budget, she was giving everything. And I feel this is so cringe, but I felt so proud watching it. So obviously, like 3 or 4 years ago, I saw her in Birmingham in like a venue that held like 3,000 people, and now she's like Sabrina Cella, and it's like I just felt that Sabrina just slayed every other performer. Maybe Justin saw Sabrina and thought, you know what,
I can't
I
follow
can't
that.
follow up with that, so I might as well just go
Yeah,
lazy. And I thought
that
like,
would make more sense.
yeah, but even in the outfits, I'm like, I mean, we'll come on to outfits in a second. But like, even in the outfits, I'm like, Sabrina's had like 5 outfit changes, and like,
I
Justin,
really thought that that first bit of hers was pre-recorded, and I was like,
same.
and then I was like, whoa, this is not pre-recorded. I
She's
was
an
like,
actor girl, like, but like, Justin, come on, in a trampy hoodie and some beaten up shorts, and I thought, I know you're a man, so you'll get away with dressing how you want, but come on, Justin, it's Coachella, okay? But like, speaking of outfits,
we can't talk Coachella without
the
talking
king of
James
Coachella.
Charles and his
Yeah.
outfits. Now, I did have a look at his outfits every single day. I was tuning into that TikTok page. I wanted to see the outfits. The first outfit, what the hell?
The,
What the hell he was going on there? He had
the
like
fuck?
beyond parachute pants. They were that
Yeah.
wide. I was like,
Yeah.
it looked like a skirt. They didn't even look like trousers. And then he had that like it was like a leather kind of corset top with fur on it. And then he had like a dead squirrel or something off his hip. I was
Yeah.
like, what's going on there?
Yeah.
And then his second outfit, there was like they were almost like rainbow tie-dye trousers with like a pastely top and it had like beads or something going on over it. I didn't mind that one. His third outfit was probably my favourite outfit. It was very basic. It wasn't too much going on. It was like kind of like a sand kind of coloured cargo-y pants, some like beige boots, and then he had like a grey like half zip t-shirt. I actually quite like that one. That one looked fairly normal. The first one, don't know what his stylist thought about that. Obviously, we know every single year that's one thing that everyone's tuning in for is James Charles's outfits,
Yeah.
because some years
That one outfit, and you know which one I'm talking about.
I quite liked it.
That tie-dye rainbow thing. Not. You would not catch
And the
me.
booty one, I like that one too. But I think I am concerned for his stylist at times, because I look at it and it's like, I'm sure that every year it's something like his stylist does like 2 outfits or something, and he does one of them. And I'm pretty sure the one that he does is the ones that are the ones that look normal. And I'm
Yeah.
just there like, you are wearing like, it's like a leather top and like big denim trousers. It's like 40 degrees out in that desert. It's sand everywhere.
Yeah.
I do not understand when I'm seeing all these influencers and their outfits they're wearing. I'm like, you are going to get sand everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, why would you wear something like that
Mm.
in a desert?
Yeah. I don't even like James Charles at all. Like, it doesn't appeal to me, never has, never will. I do tune in for his outfits because he is the king of Coachella. I was absolutely creasing at that story time we did about getting in a row. And like, what was he like? My mate had to hold me back. I was like, what would you have done?
Oh, my hoops.
Sorry, James. But like, I think that outfit wise, I just think, how can you be arsed? Like, I saw it so much this year with like chains. Like, I saw James Charles do it. I saw, is her name Amy Charles? You know, the blonde one from the UK?
Yes.
Her. She did it. And I'm
It
like,
was very like metallics, sort of
yeah.
kind of space
How
core.
would you
That's what
not
it
want to put
was.
that off though? That's on you the whole day, and the sound would do my head in.
And the cowboy boots are still going strong. Everyone still wants to wear the
They're
cowboy.
never going out.
They're still refusing to die.
Yeah, as they should.
They are everything, to be honest. But it's very much, all the outfits were very like sheer, I have to say.
Yeah.
Some of them I was just a bit like, are you wearing any clothes?
Yeah. Clocks,
But then
though.
also, you're just going to get burnt out in that desert in the 40-degree
no,
heat.
literally. But then apparently it gets one of them. It's like when it's hot, it's really hot. But I saw girls be like, it's freezing. Like when it's cold. Apparently,
But it's not as cold as here, though.
exactly. It's just
All the British babes out there are probably thinking, what are these people on about?
Exactly. We're accustomed to that. I think that like as a whole, like looking at it online, I just looked at it and I thought, is it just me or does that look boring? Like, don't get me wrong, I am conscious of myself because I would love to go.
Have you seen that tower thing where it's like people just walking?
Yeah,
What's the point of that?
Weird. I think it's just for Instagrammable moments, and that's the thing. That I just think the idea of going would be so much better than actually going. Because I feel like I'd love to go, and it is like my dream to go. But I feel like I'd get there and I'd be hating on the Americans the whole time because they do my
and all the influencers. You can imagine how many like influencers you'd bump into, because I feel like my whole For You page at the minute is all influencers. And I have to say, there's been a lot of controversy this year over Coachella, over one being the Ubers and two being the branding companies that just cancel on influencers like 2 days before it happened.
Yeah.
So obviously the Ubers, the whole kind of controversy around that is the fact that they're charging a minimum of $500 to go, I think it was like 2 miles or something out, just to go back to people's like accommodation or their cars or the parking lot. That it's literally, they're coming in, and the only drivers that were in there were all private drivers that had snuck in to the parking lot, and they were charging a minimum of £500. I think that's disgusting.
Yeah.
And even on Uber, the prices apparently were absolutely ridiculous, to the point that a load of people were walking because they're not paying who the hell's paying £500 when you could buy a ticket for that?
Yeah, exactly.
Not being funny.
Well, these are influencers that can clearly afford it. But
and then the other one was, obviously there was I don't know who it is, but I know that there's one UK based company that had said to a load of influencers they were going to fly them out, and do a brand trip for these influencers, and then literally 2 days before have all cancelled. But it's like I keep seeing it over so many people's pages. And obviously, I know that you've got obviously all the Love Island girls have gone out with White Fox, and then the other half of the Love Island people have gone with somebody else. But there's one company, and I don't know who it is because no one wants to name who they are. But I keep seeing it where people have been cancelled on, or the fact that people's Airbnbs, they've booked Airbnbs like months in advance. These Airbnb hosts cancel a day before and then re-upload the Airbnb for like 5 times the price.
Yeah, doesn't shock me.
And then people are left with nowhere to stay because everywhere's booked out, even though they had accommodation. I just think it's disgusting.
It's awful. But I think, not that they deserve it, but I just, honestly, my whole opinion on taking influencers is that they just physically just don't deserve to go. Like, I just don't agree. Like, I think if a brand really, really wants to like get into their target audience, take like, not to make it all political, but like take working class people and give them the experience that they've never experienced before. I'm sorry, Millie, Chloe, Lucinda, they've been multiple times. They don't need to go. Lucinda got the lyrics wrong to Justin Bieber's TikTok. I saw that and it boiled my because I thought I should be there. Like, you can't even sing Beauty and a Beat and you're
And they're
there.
getting like loads of free and have you seen those things as well where it's like the brands are doing like shops, like pop-up shops,
Yeah,
everything's free, and they're going in, they're getting like GHD hair straighteners, they're going in and getting all of these like expensive face products and and I'm sitting there thinking, these people probably get PR from all of those companies and it's all sitting in boxes in the house because they can't be asked to open it.
Thank you.
How is it fair? Like,
Yeah.
if you really want to show what kind of a company you are, I agree. You should be taking people who, like, it's their dream to go, or
Take
people
fans.
that you know never in a month of Sundays could afford to do it themselves and pay for them to have accommodation and go and experience it and make them feel like VIPs for a weekend. Like that is what a company should be doing instead of paying repeatedly for the same people to go.
That would make me like respect a company so much more if they did that, because honestly, I'm fed up seeing the same people there that do not deserve to go. Take fans. Like, I know it's a festival and I know that there's so many other like elements to a festival, but when it boils down to it, it is a music festival. There's music there. There's people that would have dreamed to have gone to have seen Justin Bieber, all the believers out there, you know, Bieber fever and all that. Like, you know,
They wanted to go to Coachella.
yeah, you know, us included.
Exactly,
Like,
we could have went.
yeah, and I'm like, take people that are fans. Like when Lucinda, and yeah, I'm still hating on her. Like, can't even sing Beauty and a Beat right, and I'm there like, you're getting all that. It's so, the thing that annoys me is, as an observer, I just find the TikToks really smug. I find it smug. I don't find it humbling, and it just feels very much like, start taking influencers that just physically do not deserve to go. And this term influencers, what are they influencing? Have you ever looked at something that Lucinda or Millie or Chloe has worn and gone, now I'm going to go buy that? No, no one has.
The only influencer out there for the girls is Molly May.
Yeah.
She is the only one that has repeatedly set trends. Like, if she goes to Zara, like I have it, she went to Zara and bought that bloody leather jacket.
Oh, the one you
I
can see
was
everywhere.
just behind her. I bought it too.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, like, that's someone where, you know, she doesn't go on all of these brand trips. She has her own company. She was obviously a head person for PLT for years. And then she's got her own company maybe now. And that's where, you know, that's someone who has had the fame but done the right thing with it. Like, don't get me
Agreed.
wrong, I don't agree with everything that they've had going on. But obviously I watched her documentary and, you know, it shows a side of her where, you know, life isn't easy for everybody. And you could see that she puts so much effort into her company and being a mom. And you've got to sit there and think, you've got other people like Chloe and Lucinda and all of these other people
What do they influence,
who
really?
all they do is go on podcasts and then they go on like reality TV shows. And I'm thinking, what are they actually doing?
I will
for
say
anybody?
this, it's so inspiring of Chloe to go on Celebs Go Dating. She really influenced me. Like, honestly, it just made me want to buy a white fucking boutique. Like, honestly, what? Like, it really, really was. And I'm going to say this as well. The lack of diversity in who they took this year really annoyed me. That brand in particular. It was all white women, and I didn't like it. There was no, like, men who wear makeup. There was no, like, ethnic people, and I was like, they're all like, I just don't agree, and I don't agree with that in general. And I think that's what really puts me off Coachella. It's just an influencer fest. That's all it is, and like that is the one thing that puts me off. But
Because you wouldn't want to go, and then I feel like that's the only bonus of it being them having the 2 weekends, because you know all the influencers tend to go for the first one.
yeah,
So then at least for the second one, it leaves it for the people who actually want to be there, and they're
yeah,
not people who are getting paid to go there.
yeah, it's
You
ridiculous.
shouldn't be getting paid to go and live someone else's dream at the
Yeah,
end of the day.
a
Like,
waste of a
like
ticket.
that could be, you know, someone who's every single artist that performed, that could have been people that, you know, they could never afford to individually go and see them all.
Yeah,
And that's their way of being able to see them all. And that's been took away by people
yeah,
just because they've got fame on Instagram
yeah.
and TikTok.
I just know that they didn't appreciate that Young Thug brought Camila Cabello out on stage, whereas me and
I
you would have
was
been
living for that.
crying, would have been screaming like we should have been there, and that's what that annoys me. So like I think from Coachella, what is your festival experience story? Because it's going to be drastically different to what Coachella is. I can guarantee it.
Well, mine was drastically different to any festival you get, because I went to Wireless the year that it was the one and only year they've done it in
They need to do
Birmingham,
that again.
and it was literally in like, oh, what is it over there? Is it the NEC or the
Yeah,
NIA?
yeah, NEC.
Yeah, it was in the NEC car park.
The car park.
There was no grass, no nothing. It was all like gravel, and it
Yeah.
was
Oh,
hard everywhere. And it was, you know what? It was so concerning, some of these things, because they had the 2 stages and they had a few like fairground rides and then a few stands for like food. And I went with my ex-boyfriend. We went and got a drink, and it was the Copperbird was warm, and it was in a massive like thing, and they just out.
oh, like a Victorian and a water
I literally
barrel.
looked at it. I thought, yeah, I don't want to drink that. So we ended up then because we got a weekend ticket, so we got food and we drank way before we went. I was like, sorry, I
Mm.
can't. I'm gonna get the salmonella or
Yeah,
something
literally.
from these people. Don't get me wrong, the artists were good. There was a lot of artists there that I really wanted to see. So there was obviously D Block Europe, so I got to see them. I got to see Popcorn, which I was buzzing
You do
about.
love popcorn.
Was who was it between now? It was, and you know what? My ex-boyfriend was fuming because on one stage was H, and then the other stage was Chris Brown, and I forced him to see Chris
Yeah.
Brown.
He wanted to see H over Chris Brown.
I thought, you can, H is from the UK, you can see him at any time. I said, this is the first time Chris Brown has been able to play in the UK, whatever. But I thought, you know what, this is the one. I'm never going to be able to afford to go and see him on his own. So I thought, no, we're going here. We're seeing him. But we saw loads of people. We saw Dave as well. He was really good. But you know what? The music was really good.
Didn't you have Cardi B? I'm
On
so
the last
jealous.
night, got to see Cardi B on the last night, which was she put on a show and a half.
So
And I think
jealous.
that was the thing. It was so obvious when you had the English artists and then the American artists. The American artists really put on a show.
Yeah.
Whereas the English, they were kind of just like just there with
Another
like
day at
a
work.
few. Yeah, they were just like, and obviously going between the other stage was obviously smaller stage, but it was more like R&B type of music, which, you know, it made it really difficult because they kept putting artists, and I assume it's because they didn't want everyone in one place at the same time. And it was very much like they had two really good artists on at the same time. It was really hard to go and pick. So you had to keep going like in between. But it was just a really weird kind of setup, it being in a car park and all, and the security. Oh my god! I remember it was obviously in the summer, and it was like sweltering heat. And obviously, if you're from the UK, you know the heat here in the summer is not like being abroad. It's
Grim.
disgusting. It's sticky. It's sweaty. Ugh. The security, the line for security took ages, and you had to go into these tents, get fully stripped, like searched down. Everything was searched. They had dogs. They had a whole farmyard of animals there, like ready to check you out.
Mm-hmm.
But what made me laugh was the fact that when you were in there, the thing you could smell the most
I wonder
was the
what.
smell of weed. There was
Yeah.
nothing else you could smell. That is all you. And I thought,
Shocked.
with the amount of security, I'm thinking these people, I want to know how on earth they've got that in, because I wasn't allowed to bring a bottle of perfume in. let alone a bloody spliff. I was like, wow.
They've
But
got
yeah,
their
that
ways.
kind of experience for me. Obviously, I've been to different other festivals, but none that are like massive festivals.
Yeah,
But that for me was just
I'm very
so weird.
jealous.
It was so weird for a
Yeah,
festival to be in a car park.
I'm very jealous you got to go. Not the Chris
Imagine like
Brown,
sitting
but
on. We were sat on the floor as well, like in a car park.
oh, you
It
get
was so, it
piles.
was so uncomfortable.
I Yeah, like I said, I am very jealous. I'd love to have seen like Cardi B, and I think you had Megan, didn't? Did you have Megan?
Um,
I think she brought out Megan in London, not Birmingham, actually.
yeah,
But like, I'm very
because we knew
jealous.
like Birmingham was one weekend and then London was the
Yeah,
next.
I. So my most interesting festival story in true UK fashion. A few years ago, me and a couple of my friends went to Parklife. Now, when I tell you it was the most stressful 24 hours of my life, I'm not joking. So we went on the Sunday, we only went for the day. We booked our tickets on the Saturday night at 10 p.m. Bearing in
So it
mind,
really
we
weren't
live
that
in
stressful.
Birmingham, Parklife's in Manchester. That's halfway up the country, right? So, to cut a very long story short, we really wanted to see the 1975. Work would not let us have it off. Me and this girl I used to work with called Jess. They wouldn't let us have it off. And then the day before, they went, "Oh, by the way, you can have tomorrow off if you guys wanted it, because I know you wanted it." I went, "Are you joking me?" So we got home. I got an outfit planned. I like was rushing around. We booked it. We wake up on the Sunday morning. We drive up to Chester because that's where Keely, my friend, lived at the time, right? And then we got the train from Chester to Manchester. Because of the delay it took us in getting there, we got to the festival. I want to say like 3 or 4 p.m. I want to say about that, right? Which, by the way, now I've brought that up, is a really weird thing that is confusing to me about Coachella. It starts at 4 p.m. That's weird to me. Like a normal UK festival starts at like 12, sometimes earlier.
Yeah, because they like you have the artists on all day.
Yeah,
Like
they go to like 1 a.m. now at Coachella.
yeah, but the Wireless went to like
Yeah.
I think it was like half 10,
Like they're
11.
really only on for about 8 hours, aren't they? You're
Yeah,
paying all that money. It's not really, you're not going, "Oh, all
I
right."
want them putting in a full shift with the money I'm paying.
Exactly. Like some festivals I've been to have started at 10 a.m. in the morning and been till like midnight.
Yeah,
Like,
like or you could get breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
exactly. It's a three-course meal kind of vibe, you know? But like, we got to Manchester at like 3 p.m. We get to the park, right? We step foot in the park. As soon as we step foot in this park, like torrential storm rain. We are halfway through a set of somebody on stage. It was Eliza Rose, the DJ. We were like halfway through her set, right? And all of a sudden, the whole like place just like started poking up with screens, and it was like, "Listen, there's meant to be thunder, lightning, like torrential storm. Everybody, like, can you go under this?" They said that there was thunder and lightning, and they thought it'd be a very smart idea to barricade us under this metal tent. Enlightening, by the way. I thought, good job, guys, who thought of that. So we are then, all of us, cramped under this one tent, which is meant to be like the rave tent that they have there, right? We are stood there for what felt like fucking 10 hours. It was so long, and we didn't know if the festival was going ahead. I thought, I've been in this park for 20 minutes. If you cancel this festival after all the effort that we've been to, I'm gonna like kill someone. Then all of a sudden, these guys, I can still literally like taste it. They took off their shoe with sweaty rainwater and drank it. They were drenching it in their mouth. This one guy got his sweaty, drenched t-shirt. Bearing in mind, we are like that, like we're all squeezing under because he was like wafting it round. It was going everywhere. It was
Ew.
grim. Then we then walk out and they were like, "Guys, okay, like the storm's gone, it's going ahead, everything's fine." At this point, the mud is coming up to my fucking legs. Like it is disgusting, right? They were like, "Oh, Becky Hill's on next." I thought, add insult to injury, but okay, stunning. I will listen to Remember by Becky Hill. I go in, the most eventful part of this story is I go into the porta potty, right? Never a nice experience for anybody, is it? Right? I can only explain this. I opened the door to see a boy and a girl in there. I'm not going to say what they were doing, but she was sat on top of him. So use your imagination. I saw
Ew.
everything. I saw everything. I then shut the door, right? Then
why did you not lock it?
I thought, like, that was my first. I was like, ah! Like, I screamed in their face, right? Then, obviously, you know when you're at a festival and you create a queue for a specific porta potty, don't you? Like, this is a really weird conversation. We're trying to think some story. Like, everyone doesn't like congregate and you run and pick one. Like, everyone picks a cubicle and you stick there and you wait for that person.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm in front of the bastard queue. I'm not moving now. I had to go in there after said situation.
Did they just like walk out?
Yeah, like normal. People started clapping, cheering. I thought, you disgusting parent. Like,
and now I've got to go in there.
Yeah. I've got a video of what I saw in there after what they left in there. I don't even think we can say it on the internet, but it was disgusting. It then gets worse because after I've, had my wee, eventually, right, we've then gone to the bar. This guy in front of me at the bar, I swear this girl was haunting me. This girl goes up to this guy, kisses him on the cheek, and she was like, "Oh, thanks, babe. Like, thank you so much, like, for buying me this." Gives him a kiss. That was her boyfriend. The boy she was in the cubicle with was not her boyfriend. So me and Keely and Jess, I just stood there and I went, "That is not a boyfriend." The guy I just caught in the cubicle with.
I'd have gone and
Was
slagged
the
her
affair?
off to him. I'd have been like, look,
Do you know what?
after making me wait in this queue,
Yeah.
you need to know something.
Yeah. I was so tempted to expose, and hindsight's a wonderful thing because I would have done it, but she looked coked up, and I thought that girl is going to start if I bait her a fair out. And I thought, do you know what? In the space of an hour of being at Park Life, we've not only got a set cut short, we've been barricaded in lightning under a metal tent, life was in danger. We've then been assaulted by a sweaty, drunken, like watered down man affecting everyone. And I've just caught a girl cheating on her boyfriend after everything. So that was very eventful. Nothing really happens after that. We see the 1975. On the topic of Ubers, our Uber from where Park Life is to central Manchester, because it's right on the outskirts of Manor, was, I think it was about 80 quid. Normally it should cost about 30, genuinely. We then missed our train. We were like, what the fuck are we going to do? We haven't got a hotel. Let's get an Uber from Manchester to Chester and then drive back down. Like, that Uber cost us, I think it was about 80 quid each. Cost us 240 quid. Ubers at festivals need to be like
That's why
a
I'm
max.
someone I would be more than happy to cut out the alcohol, and I'll be like, I'd rather us all just chip in to park the car.
Genuinely,
and I'll
at
drive
this
everyone
point, yeah.
home.
At this point, yeah. If I was to go to like a
Or you go and
multi-day
stay.
festival, yeah. If it was a one day out, I'd say that. If it's a multi-day one, honestly, I will sacrifice like drinking on the final day. It doesn't bother me. If
Yeah.
it means saving money, absolutely. But I think, in honour of talking about our experience at festivals versus Coachella, we need to do a Coachella versus UK festivals, because I have never seen something so parallel. It is so funny to me, and it actually makes me so proud to be from the UK. It gives me a sense of, like, what's the word? Patriotism.
Festivals in the UK compared to like America are so feral.
Oh, I can't.
You would not be able to walk, even if the like the people who are camping there, you would not be able to walk past a single tent that doesn't have someone face down in some grass,
Yeah.
pissed as a fart, or like a tent that is in disarray. It's been that destroyed.
Or
like,
burn.
have you seen those videos where like people just grab a tent and fling it in
Yeah.
the air? Just like, you already know that that's in the UK.
Yeah. It doesn't need to be said. I want to see, okay, this is an idea for a reality show. I want to see all these American influencers go to Reading and Leeds. I would love
They
it.
would not know what to do with
Like,
themselves.
I honestly, like, no deluxe camping. I want them to be in green camp. I want them to do, like, I would
want them
pay
in the sticks.
Yeah, I want them to do. I would pay hard-earned money for it. Because I honestly think that UK, we know how to do a crowd so much better. And the amount of like American artists that I've seen that have come over and been like, the crowd over here are 10 times better. Like, I looked at the crowd at Coachella and I thought, if he started playing Beauty and the Beat in the UK, you wouldn't be able to hear it.
People would be passed out.
Yeah, you would honestly hear it from halfway up the country. Like, you honestly...
You could be in the car park and you'd still hear it.
Exactly. Like, just think that UK festivals are something else. Like, I would love to see American influencers go to, was it Creamfields in like 2023 and people sliding along the mud? I would love it. Like, I genuinely, because like when I went to Parklife, because of the rain, it fucked up the grass. There was a steep hill on Parklife and people were like sledging down its stomach first. And I was like, this is
People, they just
culture.
embrace it. They
Yeah,
embrace it
this
more, do
is
you know what I mean?
culture. It makes me so proud to be British. That sounded a bit EDL, but like it makes me so patriotic and so proud of like, I really sound like Nigel Farage, but like it makes me proud like to be not American.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's a bit
The
tourist,
UK
but
definitely do festivals better.
we do concerts, we do festivals.
People rough it for festivals.
Yeah.
They really do.
Honestly, like and it's like even at Coachella, they're not even camping. Like there's TikToks, I'm like, mate, that is nicer than some hotels I've stopped here. Like genuinely. And it's like I just love, because one of my biggest regrets though is not going to Reading and Leeds when I was like 17.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have done it. Like, well, I love the lineup this year, but I'm 24. I can't go Red and Leeds at 24. And that's something that I've noticed a lot about UK festivals is we start earlier. Like we go festivals like underage, 17, like even like younger. Like my sister went to a festival at 17. I think it was called like Boomtown or something.
That's the one they do.
I think it's Nottingham. Is it
Yeah.
Nottingham?
What's the one we have here? Is it Made?
Yeah, we have made
Because
festival.
we had Sean Paul like
Johnny
2 years
Ball.
ago, and I was
Yeah,
fuming.
but
I was on
like,
holiday. I was
yeah.
fuming.
Well, we used to have Fusion. R.I.P.
I really want to go to Reggae Land,
Where's that?
Milton Keynes.
That's so random. Milton Keynes. But I,
But they have like all of
mm,
the artists I'd listen to.
yeah,
But it's just, again, you know what it is? I would never, at this big age, I can't camp to save my life because I
that's
would
one thing for
my
me.
back would be done out for about a
Yeah,
week. I
yeah,
couldn't do it. But equally, you pay more to get there and sleep there than you do for the actual ticket for the festival. And that's
yeah,
what I can't be bothered
yeah.
for.
It's ridiculous. And that's the thing that makes me laugh. It's like when you look at the Americans in all their like fancy outfits, I'm like, when you go to Reading and Leeds, you are sat arse on the
You need
floor.
wellies and a
Yeah,
poncho.
like, girl, you cannot be wearing your chains, your squirrel on your ass. Like, you can't do that in this country because you can't get changed properly. And like, I don't even want to think about the shower situation at Red and Leeds. That actually repulses me. It makes me feel sick because I've never done a stay over festival. I've only done a one day. But it really annoys me because I really want to go Red and Leeds. But do you know what? It honestly makes me so proud, and I just love festival season. I love seeing it on my For You page. I think it's so funny.
Yeah.
Like
You really know summer's coming when you see
when you see
festival season
it,
coming out and
like
about.
when they're vlogging going and stuff like that. And I just love seeing the video. I know it's so horrible because I would not want to be in the receiving end. But when people like burn their tents or they lob stuff, I just think it's so like, you know, when it's like horrendous wind and
Yeah.
then the tents just like, I think it's so funny.
Yeah, it is.
Like I think the thing about Reading and Leeds is I'd want to do the like campfire bits. You know when people just make friends with their tent
But I
people.
feel like, again, that's a UK thing. Like
Yeah,
everyone kind of becomes friends with anybody. Like,
yeah.
and I feel like I get the vibe that like the Americans would be maybe a bit snobby to being
Oh,
friends with the people next to them.
one
They'd be like,
million
no, this
percent.
is our tent.
Yeah, they would. I also think like the fact that at some UK festivals, like you physically can't leave the premises, like to get other bits and bobs, so you've got to sneak everything in. I just think like we do it better than them in every sense of the word. We do UK festivals so much better.
Yeah, and we give the artists the gratitude they deserve.
And that's why these Americans keep coming back because they know that our crowds slide. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
that's why. But what a slide of festivals.
Exactly.
But I genuinely think, in honour of music and that, we need to do our song of the episode. In honour of it being Bieberchella, I am going to do All Around the World by Justin Bieber.
And I'm actually going to do Beauty and a Beat by our man
Duh!
JB because we know I love that one.
Yeah, banger.
So whether you're there for the music, the outfits, or Instagram, Coachella proves one thing. It's not just a festival anymore, it's a PR event. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.